And what is up, guys? Welcome back to Mass Effect Andromeda. For the past few days I've been tweaking and testing builds out, and I can finally say that I've come with another overpowered build. This one is a little bit centered towards single target damage, but it's also good against big groups of enemies. Now I know a lot of my builds lately have been focused on AoE damage and everything, and I know a lot of you guys have said that you want single target damage, especially versus bosses, versus targets that have high defenses. So today I did just that, and I'm proud to say that it's finally complete, it's finally here. I know there's been like a few days since my last build, but trust me, I'm coming with more of them. And yeah, let's just hop into this one and see what it is all about. So the main abilities that we will use with this build is Invasion, Turbocharge, and Tactical Cloak. We are going to take advantage of a lot of damage buffs and defense debuffs on the enemy to increase our damage as much as possible. Shotgun is still going to be king. Unfortunately, there's no really other way around it, so shotguns are definitely the best ones in the game right now, but you can also use sniper rifles. So let's see what this build is all about. So starting with the inventory, I've made a little bit of tweaks over here. So instead of the Cat Unity helmet, we are now going to use the Helios Icon helmet. This provides about the same amount of weapon damage, but the power damage that it gives is way higher, so that is very good. If you want to roll with this build, definitely pick the Helios helmet. Don't go for the armored chest, just keep everything else Cat. Cat is very important here, of course. You get the huge amount of weapon damage. As for augmentations, I personally went with power effect duration. The reason I did this is especially for Tactical Cloak. I needed it to last for as long as possible, and of course for all the other passives and active abilities that I'm using. So this is what I'm rolling with, but you can pick something else if you want to, maybe defenses depending on your level, but honestly I don't need to because everything dies in mere seconds. The fusion mod that we are going to run with here is the fusion mod of Adrenaline. You can go ahead and pick the one that provides bonus weapon damage to weak points, but honestly I'm just rolling with this one because more often than not I'm fighting big groups of enemies. The weapons, as always, either Dan Shotgun or Piranha. I have actually seen them both behaving very good with this build, especially the Dan Shotgun. The Dan Shotgun, even though it has a slower rate of fire, it can achieve up to 3,500 damage on my build, and that is just crazy. Personally, I prefer the Dan Shotgun, especially versus ascended ones, which really need their shields to be taken down really quick. So this is definitely a place where Dan would shine, but otherwise you can go with Piranha, so it's just a matter of preference here. So let's go ahead and see the skill trees. So the skill trees are rather simple. As I've said, in tech we are going to go with Invasion and Tactical Cloak. So why am I picking Invasion with this build? Well, it's very simple. We're going to spec this to provide up to 35% damage debuff for any enemy that you inflict this skill upon. So let's start with rank 1, 2, and 3 just as usual. And in rank 4, I would go with spread damage. Since we are killing things fast and our abilities always get recharged upon enemy kills, we want Outbreak here. We want it to spread on as many targets as possible so we can just kill them fast enough. And keep in mind that we are going to take advantage of the fact that this one applies to enemy because it will tie in very well with team support. So in rank 5, we're going to go with Weaken. An additional 10% enemy defense debuff is very good here. As I've said, on rank 1 you have already a 25% defense debuff, and on rank 5 you add another 10%, and that means a total of 35%. Very good. In rank 6, if I were you, I would honestly pick up Sabotage. Sabotage reduces enemy weapon damage by 15%, and as I've said, this is very centered towards bosses. So if you feel like you're getting too much damage or you just want to weaken the target even more, you can definitely go with this. It is a very good one, especially versus targets that do high amounts of damage. The second active ability that we're using here is Tactical Cloak. So just as usual, pick everything that provides bonus damage to your weapon. So in rank 4 we pick damage bonus, in rank 5 we pick duration, we want it to last as long as possible, and in rank 6 we're going to pick combat cloak. This will ensure that we can use combat even after we use an ability, so you can potentially do like 2 or 3 shots and only then your cloak will actually expire. So definitely a good ability. The next abilities that we're going to go in tech 3 are going to be the passives. So let's start with team support. The more most important of them all. So in team support, picking up the first 3 is a no-brainer, and in rank 4, we're going with power restoration and defense. Trust me, you're going to need as much defense on insanity as possible. In rank 5, I always pick team recovery. There's just a preference of mine. Rank 6 is definitely the most important one here. It is life support. Life support, as always, a staple in my build, because if I use tech abilities on enemies and I kill them while under that effect, I will get healed. So my HP will always regen on top of all the regens that I have. So that is a definitely very good survivability ability, or rank if you will. Offensive tech, since I'm showcasing this against bosses which more often than not have high amounts of armor rather than shields, I'm going to go with this one. I'm already doing enough damage to shields. Rank 6 is the most important one of all. As always, pick technical rounds. This one increases your weapon damage bonus by another 30%. Absolutely crazy, especially combined with tactical cloak, which already gives you 90% total gun damage bonus. In auxiliary systems, we're going with everything that buffs our tech abilities, especially rank 5 endurance tech. This one increases tech effect durations by another 25%, so very good. I think it goes really well with tactical cloak and with all the debuff that you're spreading on all the enemies. And in rank 6, I would honestly suggest you to go with shield feedback. This one begins shield regeneration immediately instead of a small delay, so definitely pick this up. In combat, as I've said, we are going to use turbocharge, but as you see here, it's grayed out for me, so I need to invest points in other parts. Fortunately, we're going to use a lot of these, so first I'm going to start with shotguns. As always, staple for all of the damage builds out there. If you want to do any damage build that uses weapons, shotguns is your way to go. In rank 5, we increase the clip size, and in rank 6, the raw damage. Combat fitness, a very important skill here. Pick up everything that buffs up your defense and offense. So in rank 4, I'm going with health regen cap. In rank 5, increased clip size. It just makes it so that my weapons have increased with clip size, and that means that bioconverters won't tap in my HP so fast. In rank 6, I always like going with hold the line. It's just a preference of mine, just in case I screw up and end up to low HP. 200 resistance is a lot. Combat tools also very good. One thing that you can do here is pick up evasion. It provides you another 100 damage resistance while evading, and if you have low HP, the 200 from earlier plus this one is 300, and that means you will have a lot of damage resistance, and that will ensure you will survive a little bit longer. And in rank 6, I'm going with this ability over here. I'm not really using melee, so it's just a matter of spending points. The reason I'm doing that is because I need the maximum amount of combat points so I can get the profile. The active ability here is turbocharge. So turbocharge is again a staple for any high damage build, especially since it gives you so much bonus damage and so much rate of fire. It's crazy. So pick it up. Very good ability, and I'm going to put it on 2 over here. When it comes to biotics, you can definitely invest points in there. There's definitely a few passives here that you can take advantage of, especially in barrier. Barrier has a lot of good passives, so I'm definitely going to go ahead and invest in those. But for that, I'm going to need 9 points. So we're going to go in and just invest 10 points real quick and then go into barrier. And the rank 6, I would go with saving barrier. There you go. Now that we have the builds, we're going over the profile. Honestly, with this build, I would definitely suggest the soldier profile. With my previous shotgun build that was also very overpowered, I ran with the explorer build. Now that we are done with the build, we're going to go over the mods. So as I've said, we're going to roll with the Dan shotgun and alternatively with the Piranha shotgun. So I'm going to pick Dan with this one. The mods that you are going to absolutely need with this one are everything that provides bonus damage. So I'm rolling with shotgun short barrel, which gives me 17% shotgun damage at the cost of some shotgun stability. Honestly, it's not really important. I never had any problem with stability with this weapon. And the second one you can pick is shotgun receiver. This one just increases the penetration damage in case there's pesky enemies hiding behind walls. Okay, so the ideal setup would be to cast invasion followed by tactical cloak and immediately turbocharge, and then just blast the enemy. So that is what we're going to do. So there's a big IROC here, so casting invasion, going invisible, casting turbocharge, and just killing away. And I'm not sure if you saw my other video using the Dawn shotgun, but this one, compared to that, kills AROCs way faster. Like, I only need 6 shots to kill an enemy, and with the other Dawn shotgun build that I've used, that one needed way more hits in order to kill one. I think this one does the highest amount of damage possible. You could technically run with charge with this build, but any bonus that it offers gets overwritten by Tactical Cloak. Okay, there's a big AROC over there, so we can test it out on that one. There's 2 of them. Okay, going invisible, turbocharge, kill this one really fast, and we can kill the other one as well. There you go. In fact, this one, invisible, and we're going to kill him too. So these are 2 high level, high armor, high HP AROCs that I just killed in a matter of seconds. So that is just crazy. That is just the insanity of this build. This build is definitely the highest I have ever seen so far, and it's so good against bosses and tanky enemies. It's incredible. If you know any other build that does more damage than this one, then please make sure to go ahead and post. But yeah, in the meantime, thank you very much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this build. As always, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. For the people that subscribed to me in the past week, I'm definitely going to come up with more builds, with more fun and overpowered builds that you can try. I have a few prepared for the next few days, so definitely make sure to stick around. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time, so peace out.